Now it's recording, I think. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you. Okay,
Okay.
Tijana, how do I pronounce your name? Is it Tijana?
It's Tijana. Yes, Tijana.
Oh,
Tijana Mandura.
it's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you very much for joining the Lisburn Chess Club. It's got dark all of a sudden. There's about 20 people in the room here with us. So thank you very much for joining us, and we're all yours. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me for the lesson. It's our first lesson today. And today we can starting like working with the strategy and how we can make the plan in the middle game. I think most of them like players struggle in the middle game, like how to make a plan, what to do. So today we can do some motives. And we can start it with the first position. This is the first position from today. You can see a position very clear, right?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. So this is the first position. Today we can learn how we can make a plan using the focal points. So usually in the middle games, when all the pieces are developed, or mostly all pieces, it's good to make a plan. And usually what I like to do is to check like the pawns and the squares around the king, trying to figure out what is the weaker one, and then trying to attack it. For example, in this one, the weaker one is g7, because we already have the knight that attacked. We also have potential to bring the queen, bishop, and more pieces there. And we call it like focal point. It's the weak square around the king. So right now, this g7 is the weaker one. For example, h7 also can be weak because there is only king there, but we don't have that much pieces that can attack it. And f7 is not focal point because it's overprotected by the bishop. So here, like we can see this g7 is like the weaker square around the king. So do you have some idea of like what will you play or what will be candidate moves in this position?
Okay, so candidate moves.
Yes. So you can let me know two, three candidate moves.
Choose some, yeah?
Yeah, you can let me know, like, or anyone from the group, what will be, let's say, candidate moves.
Okay, just 1 second, bear with me. Okay, guys, don't be quiet. Feel free to give answers.
Knight d7.
What do you want, Suzanne? What do you want to say?
Knight g7.
So knight g7.
Okay.
Right? You want to take the? You want to take the pawn?
Yeah.
We have somebody. We want to take the pawn. Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
So we have someone who wants to take the pawn. Do we have any other ideas, guys? Queen g3.
Okay.
And
Queen g3.
I had a notion of going queen c3.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Anybody got got better ideas?
What about bishop e3?
Okay,
bishop e3.
Okay.
Bishop e3. What does that do? Okay, hit the queen?
Yep.
Okay.
Or bishop h6.
Or bishop h6. There's tons of opportunities.
Okay, great. So we have a lot of kind of candidate moves, and this is definitely moves that will consider like in the game. Like bishop e3 is good move, like we can develop the bishop, but he like maybe he can play c5 or move the queen. This is definitely logical move, developing move. And if we are playing, let's say, blitz game, this would be our first option. Okay, let's develop the piece. But here like we have even better moves, like for example, queen g3 can be played. But then opponent can play g6, and now it's not that easy to use this like weaknesses around. Still, we have some pressure with the maybe like bishop g5, like trying to trade this bishop. But still, after queen c5, black will be okay. Like position is still like a small advantage, but it's nothing too critical right now. Similar with the queen c3, we can play this move, but now there's, for example, maybe bishop f8 or even f6, and then this square is like protected. Another move that makes sense here, like this is the best move, bishop h like 6. So now we are going to attack this square darkly. And now black has a few options. One is to take the bishop. One is like to not take the bishop and protect it, for example, with the bishop f8. For example, taking the bishop, Now we can give this check. It's fine. We can. And after, like, for example, like if the king moved, then it's mate in one. And then, okay, for example, after this move, bishop can go on the g5, and now it's fine to play, for example, h4. We can take the bishop, we can give the check, and now white is practically winning. But in this position, we have even better move. Now we can play this queen c3. Idea that would like to give the mate on g7, and after f6, now we can give the check, because after f6, this bishop can go on the g5, and here, like, we can give the mate. So taking the bishop is not a good option. And this is really nice maneuver. Even here, like, we can go queen g3 and then h4, but this is very nice, like, attacking. And after that one is going to be mate. Okay, here, like, black can sacrifice the bishop, but anyways, king is too open and position is lost. For example, after g6, now we don't need to think about like this knight. It's much better to go queen c3. It's not good to take the knight because we can easily give the mate. And here, like, it's good that we didn't move the knight, because after f6, we can just take it. Now we'd like to take the rook, or even after this one, it's really critical, the square, and then it's going to be mate on g7. In the game, black played bishop f8. This is the best defending move. So I think now what we can play, what now will be candidate moves in this position.
Don't make me look foolish, guys. You're better than me.
Now we're going to give mate, but how?
So
Knight takes g7.
knight takes. We've got another knight takes. We really want to take with an
Okay, another one.
queen g.
Okay, queen g3.
So queen g3, and then he pushes the pawn. Then you can pin. You can fight the king, the rook and the king.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is definitely like good move. Yeah, it is like here, like we can go, like, for example, we can go knight here. It's good option. And if opponent take, then we can go queen g3. But still here, like, of course we are winning, but still there is the hope for the black. Maybe he can try to escape in this position. Like, okay, still, of course, we can give the check, take this pawn. Position is winning. Maybe we can also trying to open more position, but in this concrete situation, it's more direct to play queen g3. Now attacking this focal point one more time. Opponent, okay, we would like to take it, and then it's immediately mate. Only option.
I'm just going to cut.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to cut my. Yeah, I can. I'm just going to turn my camera a little bit, Tijana.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure.
Just want to make sure. Does that stop recording video?
Just click on the video button on the bottom.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Perfect. So now we're attacking.
Okay, good. Can you hear us?
Right. Yeah, I can hear you very well. Thank you.
Great.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So now it is to attack g7 one more time. Opponent can't take it. And then, okay, one option is to give g6. Now we can give the check. Only move is to go here. And waiting now, would you like to take the rook or play something else? This is not the move, it's just...
So from this position?
Yeah. Would you like to take the rook or play something else?
Queen e4.
So we have take the bishop. We have take the bishop, and we have queen.
Okay, yeah. He like, it's fine to take also. The bishop is still winning. For example, and then maybe now going queen here, but maybe he like opponent has very nice defending move, king g7. And now, okay, if we take, we will not have too much pieces now to give the mate. So still we can maybe like, okay, improve the rook, bring more pieces to attack. Still, it's a better position for the white, but much better move is to go here. Now point is that we would like to keep more pressure over focal point. Okay, if takes, then it's mate here. Or if opponent playing something like this, now we have very nice move, this one. We would like to give the mate on h7. And then, okay, if taking the bishop, it's immediately mate. Or if taking the knight, this is another focal point, and then we can deliver the mate. So he like, of course, it's not all forced, but he like, what was the idea? Like, it's good to find out what is the focal point, what is the weaker square around the king. In this case, it's a g7. And then we can make, let's say, 2-3 candidate moves, how we can attack it. One of them definitely will be queen c3, queen g3, bishop h6. So we need to calculate. This one is the best because he like, after that, we don't need to go queen g3, we or don't need to commit where we want to see this queen, because now we are it's much better now to go on the c3. With the bishop on h6, we saw that taking is like immediately mate. f6 is again like losing a lot of material or going to be mate here. Maybe better defending move with this. So here, like, we can try still doing something like this, but we are winning, but maybe black can try to escape. So this is why it's much better to bring the queen. Like this queen can't join a protecting king. And after that one, it's fine. Still we are winning, but it's always the best to make the most precise move, attacking the focal point there. If takes, then it's immediately mate, or after that one, still we would like to keep more pressure, and then it's game over now already. Game is lost. Do you have any question about this example, or it's clear for now?
No, it's clear, I think.
Okay, thank you. So now we can see another one. So this is another position. We are playing this position with the black pieces. We are piece down, but white is not developing like properly. The knight is still not developed, queen, rook. So we need to take this momentum that we are already developed, and we have some pressure. This G2 is focal point. We already attacked with the bishop, but waiting what will be candidate moves in this position. So you can let me 2-3 candidate moves.
So we have knight f4. Takes maybe. No. Knight f4. Anybody else got any ideas?
What if you take the pawn on g2?
Bishop takes pawn.
Okay.
So we have knight f4. Bishop takes, and sorry, what did you have?
I think it's bishop e2.
Bishop e2.
Okay. Okay, definitely this is all moves that we should consider. So for example, if you go, for example, bishop e2, he like, what is the risk? Okay, we would like to take the rook, but even if you take the rook, still it will be 2 pieces for the rook. But he like, why has very nice move, attacking the queen, and then we need to move the queen somewhere in the safer place, and then white probably will take the bishop. And now we are 2 pieces down, and not that easy now maybe to continue attack. For example, bishop g2 is another like move that we need to consider. So we would like to take more material, but he like still white has give some material back. For example, give the rook in this position, then still we have more material, 2 pieces for the rook, plus now it's not that easy attack, and rook is coming in the game, maybe also f3. So we still have some kind of pressure, but white should be better there because we take some material, but still white has 2 pieces for the rook, and later maybe moving the king and organizing some attack on the g file. And he like knight f4 is the most direct way to attack g2, and now white has more idea. For example, can take, and then we can give the mate on the g2. For example, taking here, we need now to be very precise. So waiting what we can do here with the black pieces. Only one move is right here. Okay, one is knight h3.
We're pretty happy with knight h3.
After you do that, then queen takes pawn on e4. I mean e3.
Yeah, and then queen takes pawn.
Okay, queen takes pawn. Anything else?
Pawn takes pawn.
Pawn takes pawn.
Pawn takes pawn.
Okay.
I don't,
Anything else? I need one more move.
do we need to do anything else? Okay, so there, let's check. He's there. He's there. Am I wrong? But so if it's knight h3, it's check. The king has to move. He can move
Yes,
forward, or he
king
can
will
move to
go
h1.
here.
If you take with the pawn, then it's mate either way, isn't it?
Oh, how?
Oh, it's not, because he escapes with it. He takes the knight and
Yeah,
escapes.
this is
Oh,
very, yeah. We can
super.
still give the check and come to same position, but if you take now, king will cover and go here. And if you move the knight, it's not mate. If you takes with the queen, then king can escape. Very funny that here, like, we can't give the mate. Like, looks like scary for this king, but no mate. So now would like to escape. So this one looks like, but it's not, because after that one can hide. So that's the point. We can, in this position, take with the pawn. Looks like risky, but actually white can play this move, and now everything is protected. We can't sacrifice the queen, because then he can go on j1. It's not mate. Also here, like, what else was? We can take with the queen, threatening mate, but now would like to eliminate this knight. And then still, we don't have that much attack. So in this position, the most precise move will be this one. Threatening to give the mate on g2, so king can't escape. Only move is to take the knight, and now pawn would like to go here. And then the mate is not possible to defend. But here, like, how you can find moves like this? Here, like, it's just focusing, okay, it's the focal point. We would like to bring more pressure. This is better because we can also bring the pawn to f3. So we'd like to attack it. And why not first pawn? Because then we don't threaten mate, so king can escape and protect this focal point. So we'd like to bring the queen. Only move is okay to take the knight, otherwise it's immediately mate. It's immediately mate. If the bishop take the knight, I would like to bring the pawn, and now there's no piece that can protect the mate on g2. So in the game, this is why he doesn't take on f3, and white in this position played knight c3. And now candidate moves, what we can do with the black pieces here. We have mate in 2.
We have mate in
2. Is it queen h3?
Yeah, queen h3. Queen h3. Perfect, yes. Queen h3. Very nice move. Now would like to attack focal point one more time. And opponent can't take the knight. It's mate on the focal point. Can't take the bishop. It's mate to the focal point. Can't take the queen. It's checkmate. Yes, yeah. So now it's mate. Very nice move in the end. Yeah, very nice. But here, like, what was the point? It's different position than the previous one, but still it's the same motive. We would like to find out what is the focal point. We can make 2-3 candidate moves, like taking or even bishop e2, or bringing the knight, bringing the queen. So this is all candidate moves, and then we need to go move and move, and then trying to figure out what is the most precise move. This is the most dark move, is so that opponent can't take, because he would like to bring the queen to the focal point. And then it's going to be mate. Also, whatever else opponent played, we would like to bring the queen. And now the king is very critical, and we attacking 3 times with the bishop, knight, and the queen. Taking bishop or the knight will immediately mate on g2, but here, like, king is stuck, can't move anywhere. So it means it's enough to give the check, and then it will be checkmate. Do you have any question about this example?
No. Does anyone have any questions? No, we're good.
Okay, sure. So let's now see another one. This one. Feel like there are 2 focal points on f7, on h7. It can be a focal point even if there are no pawn. It can be square or pawn. And here, like, it's a white to move. So you can now, like, take a look and then let me know candidate moves that you will consider in this position.
Okay, so check, queen hit.
you do queen e1 to protect the rook.
Queen e1 is one candidate.
Then if the rook takes, then you have a good position for a checkmate.
Okay.
Then he could take the knight with the bishop, and then the checkmate's off. The other one we had was a2. Queen a2.
Okay, queen a2. Anything else? Think about backhand mate as motive. If the queen is not there, we'll have backhand mate.
Oh. So queen b1.
Aha, nice.
Queen b1
Good one.
offering up the queen, and then you win the rook.
Okay, yes, nice.
Now what happens? What happens if he doesn't take though?
Okay, yeah, we'll look at this one if
Well,
he takes or if doesn't. For example, in this case, let's proceed. For example, this move, this is possible, but no, probably black would like to take this knight, eliminate defender. Still, we can trade the rook, take there. So position is approximately equal. For example, queen e1 is also a logical move, but still he probably game will end up in some trades, and then it's not that easy to give the mate. So the best move is like queen b1. Okay, if takes, then of course it's mate, backhand mate. But what if black doesn't take? Also, okay, can't move the bishop or something because queen is not protected, so can't do something random. In the game, he played this one, and now it's a white move. What we can do here?
Do you take the rook?
Yeah, we like rook takes, and then when the queen takes back, then queen h7.
Can, but now black would like to escape.
Yeah, black escapes.
How we can let him to not escape? That's the question.
Queen b5.
Okay,
I see a pawn, I take a pawn, so I'd be.
But then can take the queen and protect this one.
Yeah. So.
B6 can, but still I think probably would like to trade. Still we have some pressure. White is still better, but probably it's not game over yet. So can still okay, trade, taking, but still black would like to make maybe some counterplay, but still okay, we have advantage, but now is the key moment. So the key square is this one. So we shouldn't let the king to escape there.
Right.
Rook e7.
Yes, rook e7. Perfect. Well done. Rook e7. Now point is, if he takes with the rook, he can't use this square to escape. Very nice motive. Same can't take with the queen, same motive. And if the queen moves, now we use the first focal point, and now we can use the second focal point, and that's checkmate. Yeah, nice motive. This is very nice. Yeah, this is more complex example about what is the point. See, if you don't think about focal point, there's a lot of possible candidate moves. We can move the queen here. We can go queen b1, queen a2, a lot of possible moves. It's very easy to go wrong. So this is why it's good to first look at the motives in the position. So here, one motive is okay, backhand mate. One motive, definitely very important. Another one can be f7 and h7. So the reason why we don't, for example, go queen b2, because we don't attack the focal point. So then opponent can just escape here. So this is why we can start first with the queen b1. Okay, if takes, it's a mate. Or after, for example, queen d7, we would like to go rook e7. If some piece take, then it's mate and then backward mate again. Or if the queen move, we can use the first focal point and then second focal. In the game, he can also play this move. What do you think now what he should play?
Same thing.
Yeah, you still do rook e7.
We still do rook e7?
But queen is not under attack, and now maybe he can take here.
Ah.
So that's it tricky now. Before, queen was there. So, okay, if he takes, you can take the queen. Huh?
Can you go queen c2?
Queen c2?
Can, but okay, can, but then this move will not go here because then we can have our motif, but this is now key defense.
Right. This is tricky.
Yeah, this is very tricky now.
Rook e6. Yeah.
We've had rook e6.
Rook e6. Okay, but can open and take it. We can bring the queen, but probably would like to escape. Yeah, check here probably.
Yeah,
So what will be the most direct way to attack this queen and distract? Our queen is perfect, rook is perfect, knight is perfect. So we can now use the pawn.
oh, can we push the pawn?
Yeah, push the pawn. So what is the point? Can't take, it's mate. So the best, okay, go here, we can just play rook e7 and then it's same thing. So the best defense is to go here or here, but now it's a little different because now we can take check. Now we can play this move and there is nothing that can stop queen on h8. Now we just use this pawn to cover that square.
Oh, that's clever.
And then it's mate, yeah. So this is here like we're just tricky,
That's
but d5, next move, no matter where the queen moves, check, and then stopping this square, like checkmate. Like can't move pawn, mate, can't move mate. Anyways, it's going to be mate next move. Perfect, yeah. So here, like what is very important when you have some like complex situation like this one, it's good to look at first motives. Like what is the focal point? Are there any, for example, fork? Are there back rank mates? So then you can look at the motives, and then based on these motives, you can make candidate moves and then calculate which one is the most precise and the best. Okay. Do you have any question about this example?
that's good.
Okay. How about
Sorry,
this
can I
one?
ask, is this a,
Yes, sure.
Oh, sorry, we have one question.
Okay, sure.
was that a real position in a real game, or is that a made-up position?
They are from the real game. Yeah, this is all from real game, old games, but yeah, they are real game. Yeah, this one. And in most of these cases, it was like grandmaster level games, and they found the best move, like in most of them. Okay.
Super.
Any
Thank
other
you.
question? Thank you. For example, this one is played from the game. For example, this one was played from Chabo Koto. For example, this game. For example, now that we are looking now, it was some Drongen tournament. Like it was very old game, but still very nice example. So here, like it's a white to move. Do you have any candidate moves?
Knight d5.
What about 95?
95. Okay, great. Do you have any other candidate moves, or it's all?
94.
Okay, 94. Also logical move. Okay, here like we can play 94, but the point is we have same idea, for example, that would like to eliminate the knight and then give the mate, but only why this move is not working right now, opening can take it, the knight. We can still go here. Now looks like would like to take the knight and then give the mate, but now black is just on the time to play bishop e5, and now looks like that would like to protect everything, and now black is winning. So this is why it's better to play knight d5 because the queen is under attack. You can't take the knight. It's just free queen. Now we have material advantage and the game is over. Okay, if the knight takes, then it's a checkmate. But what I think if the pawn take the knight? Yes, just bishop f6, yes. You're right. Just taking, eliminating defender, and now it's going to be checkmate. Like take this. Still, he like black found interesting move to defend the position. Bishop f5. What now we can do?
Takes.
Mhm. Taking queen or bishop?
I think bishop.
So queen takes bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better because if you take the queen, there is no attack anymore. No attack.
Yeah.
So you're right, we're taking, and now black should play this move, trying to like defend mate.
Right.
So that's kind of defense for black, but what we should do now?
You take on g6 with the queen.
Exactly, yes. Check, we would like to take at least one pawn. Now opponent, okay, need to take, otherwise it's mate. Taking one more pawn. And now we'll have the huge material advantages, taking the queen, taking the rook, and the position is just winning this one. Here, like we can also go like even now we rook up, we have rook up, or even we can simplify position. There is nothing wrong with this one, just taking, and we have rook up. Two rooks and bishop against, just moving somewhere. Yes, perfect. So here, like, what is the point in this example? So point is in this position that we would like to eliminate defender. This is the focal point, but we can't use it right now because this knight is defending. So we would like to eliminate the knight. Also here, like it's better than the e4 because the queen is under attack. If takes this one, okay, here like would like to take the queen. Something like this doesn't make sense. You can take the queen. So a little better defense is this one, but still here like we can just collect the collect. Here like I think even this one should be okay, but it's better here because now king is stuck. He need to move rook and then taking huge material advantage we provide. So again, it's about focal point. We would like to find out what is the focal point, but here like we would like to eliminate defender, and then it's much easier to use h7. Do you have any question about this example?
We have some kids in the club, so could you tell them why you shouldn't take the bishop? Why you shouldn't do king takes bishop?
Okay, sure, yes.
On
So yeah, I feel like we can take it, but then our knight that was good defender will be eliminated. Now it's just trade. Yeah, we take the bishop, like he would like to take the knight, and it's a trade. Yeah, or even even if he move the knight, opening can move the bishop, and then will we save the material. So it's not good to take because he would like to take our knight that is good defender. It is now more clear?
That's yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. So now we can see another one. Okay, how about this one? It's a white to move.
Queen h5.
Okay.
Bishop takes h7.
Yeah, I like that with bishop takes pawn.
Do you have any other candidate moves?
G6.
G6, right? Okay, yeah, definitely this is all moves that we should consider in the game. For example, G6 can, but feel like it's not good for the black to take. For example, it's not good to take because now we would like to bring the bishop, bring the queen, and then it's going to be mate soon. But here, like black can play this one. And now it looks like it is the weak square, but it's not that easy to bring the pieces there. It will be perfect if we can bring the queen there, but it's not that easy because this is good defending setup. And now we also don't have any bishop to sacrifice and open the king, so now it's not that easy to reach h7. For example, we can go queen h5. This move makes sense, like attacking h7, but only like problem here, like that black can play this move. Now trying to stop us to bring the queen in h7. We can still push the pawn, but after h8, h7, h6, still we can't bring the queen there. So this is why in this position, we would like to immediately sacrifice on h7. After taking, now we can bring the queen. This is much better because after g6, there's no h6. So we kind of eliminate this defender. So now there is no pawn that can be pushed. We would like to bring the queen there. There is no piece that can stop us there. What do you think? Can black escape with the king or not?
Can black get out of this, did you say?
Yeah. Can he escape like travel or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, we can't.
Chunk of seal.
So
Would
check
be
there, check.
Queen H.
Pawn takes.
Queen H7. Queen H8. And then take
Uh-huh.
pawn.
Yes, it's mate, right? Yeah. Don't let me confuse. It's mate, yeah. Check.
Yeah.
Here, mate. Can't go here. Check.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
So here, like, what was the point? Again, similar motive. H7 is focal point, and we would like to look at how to attack. We can bring the queen, but then F5 or G, like G6, H6. So this is why I would like to eliminate this defender. And now there's nothing that stops us here. And plus, he can't escape because it's mate. Maybe the best defense for the black would be to not take the bishop, to play something like this. But still, okay, we can give the check, but even better, maybe we can play e4. We would like to open more files, open this king, and then still it will be like big problem, like queen is coming, another rook is coming into attack. Anyways, this king is too critical. So maybe it's better defense to not be immediately game over, but still this king is open and the position is now it's over. Okay. Do you have any question about this example?
One of the things that I struggle with, I'm sure
Mhm.
I'm not alone, is visualizing it without moving the pieces. So
Mhm.
in my head, the king had an escape square by just moving up in front of his rook. But obviously he didn't. But I just wasn't thinking correctly. Is there a way you can improve your visual?
Usually what I suggest students, like when you play, let's say, games, let's say online, maybe you can use the arrows. For example, here you can use arrows. Okay, I go here, opponent can, let's remove now arrows. Go here, I can give the check. So maybe like you can practice these arrows, like when you play online. Of course, when you play the real game, there is no arrows. But then when you practice like this, maybe these arrows will starting, you can starting visualizing in the game, even there are no real arrows. So maybe you can, like, when you practice, you can use these arrows to try to visualize. This is one thing. Another thing, maybe you can like solve more puzzles. So when you like calculating, even if you think this is solution, still try to calculate until end, because then you can train your brain like to see this moves, not only to playing on the feeling. Like sometimes when we're solving the puzzles, we see, oh, maybe it's sacrifice, we see it on the feeling, but it's much better to calculate it until end and make sure that you saw everything before you move it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do you have any other question about this position or calculation?
Anybody? Nope, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So this is another position. This is much more complex situation. And it's a black to move. So here, like, you can try to visualize it and then let me know what will be candidate moves that you'll come first in your mind.
What about bishop e5?
Bishop e5. Okay, thank you.
G3.
Push the pawn, use the queen.
Mhm.
We don't like pushing the pawn. That wasn't the plan. That's not our
In
plan.
general, yeah, in general, we would like to push the pawn. It's good idea in general because we would like to go here, but only in this concrete situation, this is hanging, right?
It'd be funny if that was a winner.
Oh, okay, so this is like bishop e5 is the move. We would like to eliminate the rook and then g3. So g3 is in general idea, but we would like to remove this rook and then play g3. For example, yeah, bishop e5 is nice way because this rook can't like hold this fourth rank anymore without be lost. It's not good to take the rook because now like black squares are really critical and now it's going to be mate soon. In the game, he takes. If the rook is moved, then we can even give the mate immediately. I think check, check, and then checkmate. So it's immediately game over. So the best defense is to take. Now we'd like to take with the pawn, of course, because we'd like to remove this rook for the fourth rank and then play g3. So this one, and then g3. In the game, he played this one, waiting now how we can continue. Now it's getting trickier.
So he's got, right. Well, my first thought was to attack the queen with the bishop, but then you just go down to checkmate.
Well, my
So you
first
can't do that?
thought was bishop h3.
Okay. One is bishop g4 and one is bishop h3. Do you have any
I don't think
other
it-
combinations?
I think
Queen h2.
Queen h2, right?
I might I might just castle because I'm a coward.
Yeah, I think it's just castle.
Okay. That's all logical moves, for example. Okay. For example, castling is possible, but then maybe like he can try to sacrifice some material if he take with the rook, maybe some pin still. Like, okay, we still have some advantage,
Oh,
but we need to be
yeah.
also careful. Also, this bishop maybe can try to escape. Can still black is better, definitely, but there's some counterplay in the game. If you take with the queen, this one would be very bad for us, very bad. Because then he would like to give us mate. So we need to be still careful. So possible, but white has some kind of counterplay. Bishop here, like it's interesting alternative because looks like that we would like to bring the queen, push the pawn, but still white is trying to attack our king, and our king is very, very critical as well. So still he like queen is and the rook are going to attack the queen. So can, but still it's a little risky. The best move is bishop g4. So here, like for example, we can give the check, but looks like that white would like to escape by e2 square. So this is why it will be great if we have the bishop there. Now we can't go here because it's just free. It's just free. So this is why now we use the opportunity that we can go bishop g4. If the queen move randomly, it's easy mate. Like if move randomly, it's just easy mate. So the best defense for the white is, of course, to give the check in this 7.
Yes.
Now, okay, can give the check, but that's it. No more check now. All the squares are covered by the bishop, covered with this one with the knight. So in this game, he played this one. Waiting now what we can do. We get 2 good moves here. So you can't go wrong here.
What if you... I think it's just move across.
If you move across to attack the rook, go to,
Yeah, like
Mhm.
king e7.
Okay,
we have
yeah.
e7, and,
Yeah.
but then the rook just comes up to f.
Yeah,
We
king
have
is 7 is fun. And ID4, right? Yeah, this is 2
94.
moves, yeah. What moves are winning? Okay, better is 94. This is fine. Maybe one more check and then king e8. Still we are winning. There's nothing now wrong with our king. Next move is going to be mate, but here like we can even play something like this. Very nice move. Taking is nothing because it's still mate. Or after, for example, rook can still give the check in this position. Can, but now knight e7, and now it's going to be mate. There's only one more check, and that's it. Like here, like can sacrifice rook, but nothing happened, and it's going to be mate. Yeah. So even this knight d4 move is winning. So what moves are fine in the game? He played this one and then played c6. So he like, what is the point of that one? Again, it's much more complex situation. We would like to play g3, but we can't go right away. So this is why we would like to eliminate the rook from the fourth rank. Eliminate the rook from the fourth rank. And then we can play g3. Here, like, it's also nice. Okay, of course, we would like to first calculate forcing moves, but now it's not for king because king would like to escape. And now it's not good to collect the material because our king can be also critical. So this is after bishop g4. It's good to calculate that after that one. Black can't do that much. Now it's just mate. Okay. Do you have any question about this example?
No, I think we're quiet.
Okay, sure. So let's see now another one. Okay, so this was like about focal point that we did so far. And now we can do something else. It's also how we can create the weaknesses. Sometimes happen that we are playing the game and then we can't find any focal point right now. So looks like king is still like safe. There is like a lot of pieces. White is a little passive, but nothing special right now. So I think what we can do with the black piece is to create some weaknesses, to create some pressure in the position. This game is played between Spassky and Taimanov.
Bishop G.
Mhm.
Bishop
Four?
G4.
Okay, this is on candidate moves. Sure. Do you have any other?
We also have bishop h3 and knight
Okay.
h5.
Okay.
Did you say knight h5, Ivan? H5. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you have anything
Was that
else?
with a view to go into f?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do we have anything else? Nothing jumps out at us.
Okay, so here like we can all of this will make sense, are logical. Would like to, for example, bishop g4 looks like logical move, developing the bishop on the active square makes sense, it's normal move. But here like still maybe I can try to, okay, maybe take first, playing h3. So okay, if he takes, he would like to develop the knight. If you're going back, he like even g4 makes sense, but I think still white can play a little slow, like something like this, knight f1, knight g3. So game is okay, like black is like fine, but still game is going on. Like white would like to go here. So still white doesn't have any weaknesses yet, but this is normal. Like we can play still. For example, rook bishop h3 also can be played, but I think now we don't have too much attackers there. Like we can still try to bring the queen, bring the knight, but still I think white should be fine because yeah, still it's well protected. Sometimes we can do sacrifice like this if you already have the knight on f4, if you have the queen, then it makes sense. But here like it's a little slow right now because still we can't play f5 immediately, we can't bring the knight, he can still maybe give the bishop for it. So it's a little too slow right now. Most like this makes sense. It's a fine move. We'd like to bring the knight to f4 and attack it, focal point. But still, he like white has very nice move, knight b3, protecting the square and still keeping some pressure over the center and maybe taking at some point. So still can be played. But white is still okay. Here, like we need to think about maybe at some point he can even take it. Not now, like can't now take because we can also like maybe here like play knight f4. But at some point, can even take it there because then knight is hanging. So still can he like point is we can like consider also moves like b4, but it's not good right now because he would like to block and now we can't use the square. So the best move in this position will be to take, and now b4. Point is, no matter what white did with this pawn, it will be weaknesses on the d4. No matter if he takes, this is the weak square. If we take, still it's the weak square. In the game, he played that one, so no matter what he did with c pawn, it will be weaknesses on the d4. In the game, he played c4, and now okay, we can jump here, but it's much better to go bishop g4, keeping the pressure over this knight and also preparing to jump on the d4. In the game, Spassky played, actually he played like h3. I think in the game actually he took here, but let's say what will happen if he play h3. Would you like to take it or play something else or move the bishop?
Now knight d4 do we
Mhm,
where's that?
mhm,
What about knight e4?
Yeah.
mhm.
So we like knight d.
Yes, knight d4. Perfect, knight d4. Taking the queen. Now can't take, right? We're using the spin. Plus can't take the bishop because it's a free queen. In the game, he played this one. It's not playing the game, it's analyzing, but what if he play here? Now we have tactic.
What if you just push
Knight
the
takes back.
pawn on b4?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to push it immediately or press something?
So bishop takes. So if we do, is it knight takes or bishop takes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, knight. So we think knight takes. You prefer bishop?
Right. Take the bishop or take the knight?
Oh, knight take. Well, some of us are going bishop takes knight, and some of us are going knight takes knight.
Okay,
I like
let's
knight takes
see.
knight because it's
If the knight takes knight, then we don't have the supporter for b3 anymore.
okay.
We can still take it. We still have some position advantage. He can't take with the queen, but maybe now after this, so he can't pull the pawn.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is why I
So
would
bishop
like to,
takes.
yeah, bishop takes. And then, okay, if takes with the pawn, it can, but now king is too critical. Now we can go here and now we can attack the king without sacrificing anything like knight on f4, queen d7, taking here, it's game over. If he takes with the knight and now it's the key move, don't take because he'll take with the pawn.
So now I push. No, yeah, now. Oh, hang on. Knight takes bishop. Is it knight takes bishop, and then you can
Can,
push the pawn and hit the queen?
but he would like to block.
Oh,
Or even maybe queen c2 actually, even better. Still protecting it.
so knight takes.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you? So let's push the pawn now.
Yeah.
Yes, push the pawn,
Okay.
b3. Perfect. b3. So now, if moves here, fork. It's protected. The best is to take it here. Waiting now. Taking the knight, taking the bishop. What's better?
Bishop. Yeah, bishop. No, hang on.
No, would like to escape.
Yeah, he does. Knight.
Yes. Rook is not protected piece. Now attacking the rook.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. And now taking. Okay, this is still not over. He played that move.
Oh, that's a good move.
Attacking our queen.
Well, we could do pawn takes bishop.
Yes,
Safely.
because yes, exactly. Because white's queen is also under attack. Can't take, okay, if takes, we piece up. We are happy to just move the queen or trade the queen because we are piece up. If takes the queen, we can promote new queen and then take the bishop. Now we have two pieces up. Yeah. So here, like, what was the point? This was more like positional puzzle, but what is the point? It's not that easy now to attack the king. It's not that easy to bring the pieces like closer to the king right now. But what we did, we take, and now with the b4, no matter what this pawn, like what he did with this pawn, still this d4 square, like, okay, like something like this is also possible, but then maybe we can take the pawn still using the square. After, for example, z4, we would like to play this one. We are fighting for this d4 square. Of course, it's not all forced, but this is just how it can, like taking Okay, if take with the pawn, we saw that king is too critical. We have a lot of moves. We can bring the queen also to the focal point. Knight on f4, maybe queen d7, queen h3, also rook left. We can bring more pieces to attack. If taking with this one now, like b3, rook is not protected piece, also attacking the bishop. If move bishop, fork. If takes, now we'd like to take the rook or the bishop, or after this move, we can take the bishop because the white queen is like also under attack. Yeah. Do you have any question about this example?
No, that's very good.
Is there any
Mhm.
advice on the tech balls in the center at all?
Uh,
Like how you get focal point?
So somebody asked if there was any advice on what positions you might want to take pawns in the center.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose a lot of
Okay.
us get in that
Mhm.
position where we're not
Mhm.
sure what to do.
Okay, it's great question. Usually it's good to keep the tension in the center, usually. But sometimes when you see, for example, that you'll create some weaknesses, that you will make your opponent to have weak square, that will have the hole in the position. For example, here, it's good to take. Usually we'd like to keep this, like protecting and everything, but here, like, it's good to take because we would like to create the weaknesses. So if you see after taking that will create some hole in opponent's position, then it's a good to take and then keep the pressure over the weak square. So usually you can like keep the tension. Otherwise, if you see that you would like to create some weaknesses, like in this case, no matter what white did here, it will be the weak square. So then you can take and eliminate like tension in the center. Do you have any other questions? Is it now more clear?
No, I think that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's good to look at like, can you create some kind of weaknesses in the position? This is very nice here, like some example. So how we can create the weaknesses here? Like, looks like the black king is weak, but nothing special right now. Like, still, we can't use it immediately. So what will be candidate moves like to create the weaknesses around the king? This game is played between Nikolic Predrag and Luke Van Belly. Okay, h4. This is good idea in general, but we need to prepare it. It's great idea, but not right now because maybe he can take it. Still, we have some attack, but how we can prepare it? It's good idea. We would like to play h4, but how we can prepare it?
Is knight e4 any good?
Okay, can knight e4, but then maybe just moving the queen somewhere. Still, it's fine move. There's nothing wrong with this move. But we would like to play this move. We would like to play it, but we need to prepare it first.
So g3 then first?
G3, perfect. Yeah, G3. And next move, we'd like to play like h4. Maybe it makes sense also king g2 and then bring this rook as well. Makes sense, like at some point, maybe. Like, or even sacrifice the pawn and then attack it. So he like the king is really critical. So black would like to chase some pieces. Like actually he played first a5 and then bishop g7. So he would like to chase some pieces. So this attack will not be that strong. So this is his toss. Now we can take. Now we can improve the knight. So this knight is fine here, but it's even better to be in the center or even like over g5. Improving the knight. And waiting now what we can do. Now it's a very important moment. Would you like to push the pawn or first something else?
Oh, someone answer for me. I think we're drawing blanks on this one.
Okay, queen e4. Okay, yeah. Queen e4 is fine move as well. So for example, here like we can see, if we put the pawn, black has a very nice move e5. So he's going to sacrifice the pawn, for example, and then have some kind of counterplay. So still here like we are fine with the white pieces, but it's some counterplay, attacking the knight, attacking the pawn. So now it's already kind of, like messy position, like something is going on. We can go queen e4. There is nothing wrong. It's nice move, like stopping this idea because covering some of these squares it's fine. In the game, he played even better. So he didn't let opponent to play e5 by rook e5. Very nice move. So like white doesn't let black any counterplay, like rook e5, stopping idea with the e5. Knight is under attack, improving the pieces, improving the pressure, and at suitable moment we can play this h5. Also like that he didn't like hurry up with this move. So see, just improving the knight, improving the queen, keeping the pressure. Again, of course he can play it, but much better first centralizing our pieces. And then when all our pieces are perfect, rook is great, queen is great, knight is great, we can play h5. So now it's very, very strong move. It's not good to push. Now it's going to be already made, taking this pawn, taking that one as well. If taking the pawn, king is really, really open and really critical. So here, like, we have a lot of way to finish the game, but waiting what will be the most direct or the most concrete line. It's white to move.
So white to move.
Just improve pieces, attack, and his king is in the mating mate. So
So queen g5.
Okay, Ken. Queen g5 is good move, attacking the king.
Or-
He can still play maybe e5.
Yeah.
Still, we can take it.
I thought we could brought the knight across to e4.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
Across the...
we can do it immediately. Like, yeah, this is still we are winning, but now see, it can be very risky now for us. Check, king g2. Here can't see how easy can go wrong game. Here, like check, and then queen aj. Or if you go here, like he has draw. Check.
Sure.
And now you can even kind of try to escape and check at least. He can check. So we can bring the knight. So this knight is not attacking right now. We can just bring it. It's not good to take. Queen is free. And mate is coming, or after something like this, knight g5, just bringing more pieces. If the king go on the g file, discover taking the queen. If the king goes somewhere there, we can even take it. Feel like probably we have faster mate. We can even give the check, but we can also take the queen and the game. So yeah. So here, like, what was the point of this one? Sometimes it happens that you play the game and all your pieces are on the good spot, like queen, rook, everything is nice, but you don't have the way how you can create the weaknesses, how you can attack something. So this is what happened here. So think in this case, it's like more about pawns. Think which pawn you need to push in order to create the weaknesses, to kind of weakening opponent's position. So here, like, h4 is idea in h5, but we can't do it right now. So we can play g3. And then he like preparing g5. Also, he like what I like about this game is that he didn't like immediately play it. Okay, it's still fine. If you look at with computer, it's still winning for the white, but there is some counterplay now. We need to be very careful. Like there is still some pressure here. So this is why he like rook e5 was a very nice like move. Black doesn't have any counterplay. There is no e5, and then little by little improving the pieces, putting them, centralize them, and then in the suitable moment playing h5, creating the weaknesses. And no matter what he did, if he takes or push, the king will be like weak, and the game will be end up with winning for white. Yeah, it is clear this example that we did now.
Yeah, no, that's lovely.
Yeah. So what I suggest, let's say when you play in the middle games, it's good to look at like, are there any focal points or any weak squares around the king? So this is what we did in the first half of the lesson. So trying to bring more pieces there, make 2-3 candidate moves and then calculate them. So this is like advice about focal points. So also even in this position right now, for example, this can be a focal point. You would like to attack it, bringing more pieces there. And another thing, sometimes happen that opponent doesn't have any focal point. Looks like everything is safe, everything is nice. So we need to create the weaknesses. Sometimes can be weaknesses in the center. Sometimes can be weaknesses around the king. So then think more about pawns. Think which pawn you can push in order to create the weaknesses. Sometimes like they said, okay, don't push the pawns around the king or something. Usually is the case, but see, sometimes it's also like our king is not critical. So this is why we can push the moves like g3, h4, h5. So always look at in the concrete situation. Try to calculate, is it good? He like definitely this, opponent can't use like these weaknesses around the king. So always look at in the concrete situation. Think more about your pawns. Which pawn you need to push in order to create some weaknesses around the opponent's king or even in the center or to create some weak square. Is this clear what we did today? Do you have any question or something that is not clear?
No, anybody? No, I think we're good. Thank you very much, Tijana.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll send you this material. So yeah, I can send you this material, some additional material that we did today and additional material. So if you have any question, you can always let me know, send screenshot of the position, and then I'll try to explain it. Okay?
All right. Well, listen, have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you again
You too.
soon about rearranging the next class.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
you. Have a nice day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
See you.
Take care now.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Okay, bye now.
Thank you. Bye.